Tesla with 4 passengers supposedly falls 250 feet off of a steep cliff, and every single one of them survives. Are you buying that?
Hey guys, study after study shows that if you want strong bones and muscles, healthy hair, skin, teeth, and nails, you need the 5 types of collagen in your diet. I get mine from BioTrust. I've got a link in the description with a massive discount, and it'll tell you all about it.
All right, we're going to take a look at this article. I got to tell you right up front, though, I don't believe every word of it. Are there some truths mixed in with falsehoods? It's a possibility. Were people really rescued from the wreckage? Probably. But we're going to take a look at this. It says Tesla falls 250 feet off a cliff. All 4 passengers survive. 250 feet, guys. That's just 50 feet shy of a football field. That'd be like turning a football field up on its end and then dropping 4 people in a car down. I'm sure there was resistance along the way and they were bouncing and all that. But can you imagine the acceleration rate? Can you imagine how fast they were going when they came to rest at the bottom of this cliff? And we'll play this video and you guys tell me if you think this really happened. What I'm thinking is this is a great Tesla commercial. If Teslas are this safe that it can drop off a 250-foot cliff and all the passengers, all 4 passengers inside survived, and 4 of the children escaped with some minor injuries. The 2 adults supposedly had critical injuries. What all happened here, I'm not really sure, but we're going to read this article and try to come up with some conclusions. We probably won't arrive at every conclusion. I'm sure that there are people, the rescue workers. I'm not saying the rescue workers are lying or anything like that, but maybe the rescue workers aren't clued in to what actually happened before the call was made, before anybody knew this car was at the bottom of the cliff. You don't have to believe everything, guys. Just because somebody says something doesn't make it true. This certainly isn't the first time we've seen a Tesla EV, electric vehicle, in such a horrific crash, only to find out that while the car was obliterated, the people inside somehow survived. As you can see, the Tesla model plunged 250 feet off a cliff. I can't even wrap my head around that, guys. Leaving it almost unidentifiable, yet there were no casualties. Yet there were no casualties. I think they meant there were no fatalities, because there were casualties, they say. The Tesla had 4 passengers inside when it reportedly drove off the high cliff at Devil's Slide, California. There were 2 adults and 2 children inside. First responders called it a miracle that anyone could survive such a crash. The adults had major or more critical injuries and were airlifted to the hospital. Meanwhile, the 4 and 9-year-old children only had mild to moderate injuries. Before we look at this rescue video, I just want to show you the perspective of where this car supposedly plunged off with these 4 passengers. There's the wreckage right there. Look at that. Truly unbelievable. And if everything in the story is true, I would definitely call that a miracle. The car, a white Tesla, had 4 people inside. 4 people inside. We're told 2 adults, 2 kids, all 4 rescued and taken to the hospital with injuries. CAL FIRE says the fact that they were rescued alive is a miracle. Let's go ahead and take a look at this rescue video right here.
We are getting a new perspective tonight on the rescue effort to save 4 lives after a car plunged off a cliff. What you're seeing here is new video released late today by the CHP, giving us the rescuers' perspective as they approach the crumpled wreckage of a white Tesla. Now, at first it appeared as if there were no survivors. After all, when you see what happened, it's incredible. But then the emergency worker on the bluff spotted an arm moving inside this crumpled car. That set into motion a frantic effort to save lives at Devil's Slide. Crews hoisted 4 people, one after the other, from the wreckage. The car veered off the road and plummeted 250 feet down the cliff with 4 people inside, including 2 young children.
I mean, just think about this, guys. 250 feet is a long way down. I don't know the ins and outs of all this, but man, I bet Elon Musk is like, yes, buy my EVs. The truck's going to be even better.
Emergency responders say the rescue was nothing like they'd ever seen before. And you can see on this Google Earth map just where the crash happened. It's just south of Devil's Slide Tunnel. That 250 feet shown on your screen is the approximate distance from the road all the way down the cliff to the ocean. ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Fawn has the story now from Pacifica.
Wow, I don't know how they get that footage right there. That's pretty interesting. What is that? That beats Google Maps all to pieces. Anyway, supposedly they fell down this little cliff right here. First of all, why did that happen? Was there something that went wrong? Was there a malfunction in that Tesla? Were they on auto drive? Did the steering wheel jerk to the side and cause them to go off the cliff? That would be a question. Who saw it happen? Did anybody see it happen? If they saw it happen, are they the ones who called it in? Did the people who got into the wreck, did they call it in? What was the response time from the time that the chopper got the call, or the crew of the chopper got the call, to the time where they actually had the first man on the ground rescuing these people? Got a lot of questions here.
It was a dramatic rescue that was something right out of a movie. More than 30 rescuers from multiple agencies, and not one, but 3 helicopters involved. Several of the choppers hovered in the sky above as rescue crews armed with ropes and special equipment scrambled to get to the accident victims.
Just look at that car. Look at that car.
Of a cliff. It all started around 10:30 this morning. Authorities got a call of a Tesla sedan that went over the cliff. The driver was going south on Highway.
Not a call of a white sedan. They got a call of a Tesla sedan. Let's make sure you know that. It was a Tesla, and there are 4 people inside, and they're all alive. They're all okay. Well, not okay. Not the adults, but the children are.
The crash happened south of the Tom Lantos tunnel by Devil's Slide. Authorities don't know why the car veered off the road. It was a tremendous drop, about 250 to 300 feet.
We had 300-foot ropes, and we just about maxed them out to get down to those people.
Inside the
Okay, so it's closer to 300 than it is 250 then, if that's true.
are a 9-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl and 2 adults. Not wanting to wait any longer, rescue crews took action right away.
We made the decision to hoist the children immediately instead of waiting for the ETA on the helicopters to arrive.
In the rain and amid slippery, slick conditions, the adults were rescued by air with the help of the CHP and Coast Guard helicopters and a medical air ambulance.
You know, no matter how you look at it, if this is true, hats off to the crew. Hats off to the helicopter crew. Hats off to all the rescue people whoever put their lives on the line to rescue those children and those 2 adults. You know, hats off to them. That's very commendable.
What happened today? A devastating crash, but one that had a truly unbelievable outcome.
We come out here, unfortunately, all too often for things like this, and this was nothing short of a miracle today that they survived.
Authorities say that the kids had minor to moderate injuries. The adults had critical injuries. At the time that the car went off the cliff, it was not raining outside, but authorities still don't know why that crash happened, and we still don't know who the people are in the car. In Pacifica, Suzanne Fawn, ABC 7 News.
I really hope we get a follow-up on this, because this is a wild story. Why did that car go off that cliff? If the 2, I mean, just assuming the 2 adults were a mom and a dad, or, you know, relatives of the kids in the back seat, if the kids were indeed in the back seat, maybe the kids were driving, I don't know, whatever was going on. Why would they be driving erratically? Because it seems like you would have to drive erratically to go down that cliff. Let's see. Let's see where this is right here. Yeah, here we go.
Suzanne Fawn has the story now from Pacifica.
They said it was just south of this tunnel right here. So if it happened in this little gorge right here, and assuming they were coming this way, maybe they were accelerating a little bit too much when they were coming down this. I don't know if they were coming this way or this way. It seems like it would make sense if they were coming. It looks like, if this map is right, you know, that would be southeast, heading southeast if it's situated appropriately. But maybe they were going a little too fast and then went off this right here and then ended up right down here. Makes you wonder how that happened. I want them to do a follow-up on this, because I don't believe everything about this. Now, if there was something weird going on and this was set up like by people in Tesla, and they faked the injuries of, you know, all the people involved. I'm not saying this happened. I'm just giving my opinion on what if. and they set these people up to where they were harmed, they were damaged in some other way, and then set them up down there, you know, maybe let the car go off the cliff or wreck the car and put it down there in the dark of night. I don't know. But it seems pretty outlandish to me that they would fall almost 300 feet and all 4 of the passengers survived. Because that would make a good commercial. God, you want a safe car? Get a Tesla EV. Holy cow. And then when the truck comes out, hey, if it's bulletproof and you can't shatter that glass, even though on the demo they actually did shatter the glass, but if it's bulletproof, can you imagine the safety features on that? As long as I'm in that vehicle, I'll be fine. I'll be able to weather any storm. I'll be able to make it through any accident, even if I go down a 250-foot embankment. Let me know what you guys think about this. Seems outlandish to me. I'm not buying everything in the story, and I'm not saying everybody's in on the little secret, because you know, you could have all these rescue workers out there really thinking, hey, this is what really happened, when behind the scenes something else happened. I don't know. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought, please, in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. And don't forget, if you want to help the channel, all guns matter, and 110 other designs are in the store waiting for you. Check out the links in the description and the pinned comment. I will see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.
While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflicks.com. The link is in the description.